Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amber Gatlin. I'm an actor, singer, producer, and artist here on YouTube, and this is my 2026 Artist Resolutions video. My plan was to get this video done back in January, but life happened and today is actually the start of the Lunar New Year, so I think it's still a great time to jump into resolutions and think about how I'm going to adjust and change as an artist and as a new business owner in 2026, the year of the fire horse. My first resolution is to make more time for being in my studio, in my home, and making time for working on my business, for painting, sketching, and working on admin and content. Those are two different jobs. I need to be in a different headspace for both of them, but I need to start scheduling out time in my week for me to do that, because otherwise the days just roll by and it doesn't get done. Even if I don't know exactly what painting or what type of art I'm going to be working on, I feel like if I challenge myself to say, okay, at this time I'm going to be painting or sketching or doing something of that ilk, then I will just learn how to jump into that creativity a little bit more on demand, which is going to be something I need to do if I am going to make this business viable and something that I can rely on in my 30s. Yeah, so that's resolution number one. Number two, I really want to get to know my audience. First of all, being able to target exactly who I'm selling to, which is, in my mind, the content and videos that I make are for other artists and creative people who want to be more creative in their life, especially women, especially LGBTQ, just because those are the people who I tend to vibe with. But if you're a man looking to be more creative, of course you are more than welcome. We're happy to have you. Yeah. But I tend to appeal to more women. And I tend to see the art that I make to be for feminist witches and cottage dwellers. That's kind of the aesthetic that I'm trying to curate with the art that I make. Oh, and also animal lovers. I love drawing and painting animals. So I'm targeting those specific ideas. Hopefully my targets will get more specific as I continue to learn who is buying my art and interacting with my videos. But yeah, I think that's a great thing to try to pinpoint exactly who I'm selling for, so that I can make art based on what they like, what they want to see, what they're interested in, whether it's a certain animal or a certain vibe, a certain color palette. And I think now that I've been doing this for a year, like in the business mindset of having my own artistic voice for about a year, I think it's time for me to start curating that voice and, like, within my style, going for what other people want to buy from me. And I know that's an ongoing journey, whether you're just starting out or you're very successful. Like, it's always kind of a battle just figuring out what people actually want to buy, but I think I want to be more mindful about that this year. Number three, I want to take notes from other artists who inspire me. I've been following a lot of other painters and artists, specifically on Instagram, and their work absolutely blows my mind. Specifically this other artist who I share a name with. Her name is Amber Sky Alcock. She's a South African artist, and her work is so amazing and detailed. It's also in this surrealist style, and it's kind of, I don't want to say gory exactly, but it's got this like weird gothic point of view. Specifically this one that's called Allegory of a Unicorn really just blew my mind, and I was like, oh, that is the kind of art that I want to make. So I am following her on Instagram, and I really love her paintings, of course, but also the way that she uses humor and like silly little doodles in her content creation is so smart. because people are on social media to kind of have a break and have a laugh. So creating simple little things that feel relatable but still relate to your art is such a smart way of marketing. So I want to steal that idea and make that my own as an example, along with learning from many other artists that I see on Instagram, how they're building reels, how they're getting their art out there. Number 4, I want to get faster at art. Today I went to a cafe and I brought a little sketchbook and I tried to do some quick figure sketches. I only got 3 done in like the span of maybe almost an hour, like maybe 50 minutes or so. And I want to continue to challenge myself to get quicker at sketching and drawing, going away from my perfectionistic detailed tendencies and into just letting the pencil do its thing and moving on, if that makes sense. I think if I'm going to have a business, I need to be able to do things faster, especially when commissions start rolling in and people have certain expectations, because right now I am very luxurious in the way that I paint and the way that I work, and I would like to make it a goal to have time, specifically in that studio time, where I'm focused on getting a certain amount of work done in a certain amount of time. Number 5, I want to learn more from others and less from trial and error. This is also about time management, really, because as a self-taught artist. As a self-taught artist, I take a lot of pride in being able to figure things out on my own, but what I've learned is that takes so much time and effort and frustration and paint to do things over and over again until I figure it out. And what I'm realizing is that, especially in the world of color mixing and values and composition, I have a lot to learn still. So I want to use the resources that are around me, whether it's going to a studio nearby or just looking things up on YouTube. I want to do more research into the things that I'm trying to do before just jumping in head first, because there is a lot for me to learn still. I think no matter what level you are, there's always things to learn. So I'm trying to put back on my student hat, metaphorically, and learn from others rather than just trying to figure it out all on my own. Also, before I forget, I am producing a cabaret very soon on March 8th at 7 p.m. If you live in or around the city, please come in person and see it live. It's on 52nd Street at Haswell Greens. I will leave the ticket link below. And if you are not local to New York City, feel free to grab a YouTube live stream ticket. We're gonna be selling those as well at a cheaper rate. Or if you're gonna have to miss it, there is an option to donate. The entire event is going to be a fundraiser for reproductive health care. It's gonna be helping people access safe abortions and also IVF and family building options so that people can make decisions that are right for them and their life. We are so deeply passionate about this cause, and I'm so lucky to be working with some very, very talented friends of mine, and it is incredible to see them do their thing on stage. We're going to be doing this every year. This is our 2nd year doing it because we had such a fun time doing it for the first time last year. So we just have so much fun. Please come out and join us. I will leave all of the information about this event in the description below, so check it out there. And there will also be a link to the video from last year of the highlights of the show. So yeah, give it a click, check it out, and I would love to see you there. And I will be performing as well, producing and also performing, so it'll be a good time. I'll see you there. Okay, this is my very last resolution. I know it's a lot. Usually I only try to make like 2 or 3 big ones, but I think these will serve as very good guideposts for me to look back on throughout this year, to check in with myself. Am I prioritizing these things? Am I being led by these goals and these priorities that I've set for myself? So the last one is to leave no stone unturned when it comes to opportunities. Sometimes I hesitate when it comes to reaching out to a person about showcasing my art, about contests, marketplaces. I so often find a reason to hesitate and not submit for things, either because I feel like I'm not ready, or I feel like I don't have a big enough body of work yet. But I do need to start somewhere, and I definitely have enough work to be in a publication, to be in a gallery with other artists. So I think I need to keep looking for those opportunities and following through on actually submitting, even though it's scary and rejection is hard. I really don't have anything to lose, and as an actor, I'm used to that anyway. So yeah, I think I could really, I do really have faith in my abilities and my voice as a visual artist. And I think the more I put myself out there, the more the universe is gonna give back to me. So I wanna take more risks in that regard and just find some confidence in talking about my art, sending out artist statements, the biography, everything they ask for, and feeling like it is enough. So please let me know what resolutions you have of your own this year. If you're an artist or a creative, you probably have some goals or some things you want to keep in mind as the year is moving forward. Even if you haven't thought about it at all, like, it's not too late. It is the Lunar New Year and you can start thinking about it now. A few things to look forward to for me. I am going to be posting my next video about my experience at Studio Slew. I live so close to the studio, I can't believe I didn't know about it for so long, but it is a painting studio, and I'm going to be taking my very first oil painting class for beginners, because I am a beginner when it comes to oil paint for sure. And hopefully that class will help me with these portrait paintings that I'm working on. One you may have seen in another video of mine. It's of my friend Yasmin, who is a ceramicist, and she is posed with a few sculptures of hers, but I've just had the hardest time getting the flesh tones to work on this wood panel that I chose to paint it on. So I'm hoping that the knowledge and skills that I gained from this oil class and maybe from a few supplemental YouTube videos will help me take a different approach with that painting and use oil paint on the flesh tones, because you can put oil paint on top of acrylic. You're not supposed to do it the other way around, but for oil going on top of acrylic, I think that is all good to go. So hopefully that will finally get this painting to a better place, because I've been working on it for so long and I'm so excited to see it all done and finished with. And then my newer painting, which you've been watching me work on in this video, it is gonna be in a forest scene, and I'm thinking that I will try the same technique with that, where the background is acrylic, but specifically for all the flesh tones, I'm going to use oil paint. So that is the plan. Hopefully I am able to figure that out in like one oil class. I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? I will be releasing a couple more prints and hopefully another sticker design this spring. So go ahead and go to my website and sign up for my email list, and you can get 15% off your first order and access to my monthly newsletter, where you'll get exclusive content and special deals, and also access to my Fortnite Focus planner, which is a 2-week planner that really focuses on having patience and kind of measuring out your enthusiasm for a given task and getting things done low and slow to achieve your goals. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. Thank you for watching all the way through and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.